Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the last AI Playground session in 2023. It's been a wonderful ride of a few joint sessions together. I really enjoyed sharing my finds, and I really enjoy your feedback. Some of you write to me on WhatsApp, and some of you actually, implement everything we learn every week and plan your new teaching courses, sharing the new knowledge with your colleagues, which is exactly what I was envisioning. So I really appreciate that. Joanna did an amazing job yesterday at the national conference in Israel for all the Israeli teachers, sharing her ideas and how she implemented everything we did here with AI. Wow, I'm so excited that you are implementing these new tools. Right, so yes, there is a WhatsApp group, and maybe towards the end of the session, once we have some time for individual, practicing and experimenting, I will post some of the links on in the chat for you to join our WhatsApp group. It's also on the website. The link where you registered, if you go into the description of the event, there are all kinds of links where you can hit and subscribe to a YouTube channel to follow all the previous recordings. There is a WhatsApp group for AI Playground, and I think there are a few more resources, and also to follow our impact project, Inter-Mediterranean Peace and Collaboration project between Morocco, Israel, and European countries. That's why this meeting is pretty international. We have colleagues from around Europe and beyond Europe. We have a really global audience here. So today's tool is pretty wow, like it's very easy to implement. It's not as complicated as ChatGPT, like ChatGPT seems to be very easy, but you do need to have some skills to work well with it. Nolej.ai is for teachers. So I want to show you how you can actually create your lesson idea or an activity within a module, within a lesson with this tool. So let's begin. I will share my screen. Also, before we jump into this tool, can you please write to me on the chat whether you have used Nolej.ai already? Because if you have, that's also great, because you will have time to create more lessons today. And if not, this is going to be your first time, and it's going to be just amazing. You will get a lesson idea for your next class or course. Okay, wonderful. Not many of you have tried this one. And if you have, let's discuss this together. And always whenever you begin using a tool, sometimes we try it and then we drop it. So this AI Playground, also the reminder of the vision of the mission of this initiative, we are just meeting for 1 hour every week. So we stay consistent, right? Because the consistency is the key. With the abundance of tools and apps and AI, websites that show up every day, we just get overwhelmed and we don't want to even start, right? So we started in November, and we're going to meet every week for as long as the list goes on, and it's very, very long. I guess we will be meeting regularly in 2024, of course, starting in January. So let's begin with this tool. So I said that even when we start, sometimes we don't have time to continue, right? So for those people who already used Nolej.ai, you can go back to your drafts and edit them, because editing is also really, really important. So let's begin with just understanding what it is briefly. I'm going to share sound. And there is a short...
Introducing Nolej.ai. Generate interactive content.
Can you hear that? Or shall I maybe just...
Yes.
Yeah, okay, excellent. I'll start from the beginning.
Welcome to Nolej.ai. Let me give you a quick tour.
Sorry, that's another video that I wanted to show next. So let's begin with this one. It's only 30 seconds, really 20-30 seconds.
Introducing Nolej.ai. Generate interactive content in minutes. Simply upload your material or provide a URL, and Nolej.ai will generate a library of interactives that are plug-and-play ready for any learning environment. Interactive videos, quizzes, flashcards, glossaries, teacher materials to help you plan your lesson, assessments, and even games. Your source material becomes the ground truth, ensuring the content generated is consistent, accurate, and appropriate for your learners. Try Nolej.ai today.
Okay, so this is just a 20-second introduction. Now I'll show it to you a little bit in more detail. So this is 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, and then we'll start practicing right away.
Welcome to Nolej.ai. Let me give you a quick tour. On this homepage, you'll see a library of all the microlearning packages that you've generated. To create a new package, simply click this Create button at the top right. Now select your language, give it a title, select how you'd want to add the source material to Nolej.ai. In this example, I'm going to use a YouTube URL. I'll paste it here and then click the button to create the microlearning. This now brings me back to the homepage, where I can see the status of the document being processed. Now that it's ready, we can click on this road to check it out. On the right side of the screen is a preview of what it looks like for the learner. And on the left is a list of items that it's generated. The all-in-one package includes most of these individual items in one singular package. This includes the video that is made into an interactive video. The interactive video is great because it has these pop-ups that appear whenever a key term is being mentioned for the first time. This includes a definition that it generates from the content provided. In addition to these pop-ups, it also includes quiz questions that appear at an appropriate time in the video to test your knowledge. This quiz could contain multiple choice questions that are auto-generated and based on the information provided in the source material. In addition to the video, you also have the transcript, as well as a collection of other items like the glossary of terms, flashcards to help you study, quiz questions, drag the word, and an easy-to-read summary of the video. Once you have identified which of these packages you'd like to use, you can easily export it here by clicking the Export Package button. You can choose to download the package in various formats, or you can choose to use one of our direct integrations like Google Classroom. We hope you enjoy using Nolej.ai.
Okay, so Google Classroom integration. Wow, I forgot that it had that. That's awesome. I'm gonna try it once again. I need to exit the YouTube for 1 minute. All right, so it's just stuck for some reason. How do I exit it? Okay, now it's okay. Wonderful. So I think the most important thing now for all of you to think briefly is which YouTube video do you always use in your teaching? Like it's your favorite, you cannot live without it, and you would want to, upgrade it now for your next course. So everyone probably has a video that they like or they use or they need to use. One more thing, just a little suggestion, probably don't go for something really, really generic or general. Even in English courses, we sometimes present videos that are content specific, that have some terms in them, that would have some, content to play with, to generate, true and false questions, multiple choice questions like listening comprehension, to find some interesting vocabulary. And I would also not probably choose any long videos, right? That's also a general pedagogical advice not to go for very, very long videos, like even 5 minutes is 5-7 minutes could be just great, maybe up to 10. The reason that even like 10-15 minute video can work great with knowledge is that it makes the video interactive. So it will pause, it will ask students questions, and they will need to respond to it before they proceed and watch and continue watching. Some of you probably are familiar with this concept of interactive videos. I don't know if you are familiar with the platform, but I will throw a name in the chat, or maybe someone can type the name of the platform that I have been using personally for like last, I don't know, 5-7 years, is Edpuzzle. Edpuzzle is an amazing resource bank of like YouTube videos that have been transformed into interactive videos for learning, for education. So Edpuzzle, just Google it. It's an amazing source for like, probably even if you already have your video, like some of the favorite videos are already there, and you will find some, you can search for a concept that you're teaching, you can search for any kind of keyword and find a great lesson ready for you. It's all also free, so I recommend checking that out. If you want to create your own Edpuzzle, you would probably need to think of your questions or use other AI tool to generate questions for your YouTube. So the reason I'm showing you knowledge is that, first of all, it's fun spelling, right, for the word knowledge. It actually is really, really easy to use, and it does a pretty nice job. And you can also embed the actual lesson into many different LMS, like Moodle. I tried it with Moodle and it worked. Not in all Moodles. There are many, like different institutions have different settings. So in some institutions, just smoothly went in because it can be embedded as a H5P. But okay, let's jump in and start working with it. First of all, let's sign in. It gives you, I think, 4 or 5 lessons for free. And I think that's enough. Just one is enough to try in the next future, in the near future. So having 4 or 5, it's already not a bad beginning. So I'm going to sign in with my Gmail. And I will invite you to sign up with your Gmail. I see that I already have 3 lessons and I have 2 credits left. So they probably give you up to 5 lessons. So maybe also let me send the link to you in the chat. So you can, I'm not sharing my screen. I see. Okay, I'm not sharing my screen. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to send you the link to this website, Knowledge. And now I'm going to show again that you can just click on sign in or sign up. I'll wait for everyone just to sign up right now because you will have a lesson ready by the time we finish at 11. Okay, so sign in. I'm signing in with my Gmail and I'm already signed in. Right. So
wait, excuse me, Ilana, you want us to leave the Zoom meeting, sign up and come back? I don't understand.
Well, you can move your Zoom screen. You can split your screen. You can also just follow what I'm doing. Just look at my screen, and then I will give you some time.
Okay, I'm afraid if I leave, I'll lose you. So I think I'm gonna.
No, don't leave. Don't go anywhere. I mean, there is a way to split screen and move the Zoom screen a little bit, and then you can.
I think I'll prefer to watch you and then try it afterwards.
Sure. So right. So what I did, I entered this website and signed in, but you will have to sign up for the first time. And now, in order to create a lesson, you will click on create. Okay, everyone sees the plus here on your right, in the top bottom, right? Create. So when you click create, you get this window. You will first of all select the language. So I see that they do offer some choices. So for my European colleagues, you see you have some options here, but not many. Well, we'll of course go for English. And I had an idea for a lesson on kind of setting. I'm working on the module for my upcoming course that is related to setting your career goals, right? So I'm gonna discuss with the students all kinds of strategies, the vocabulary about choosing the career and setting the career goals and all that. So I thought that it would be nice to have a video. We actually have a video, but I was looking for something to update the module. And in addition to just multiple choice question, you will see how wonderful this can be. So my lesson title will be setting career goals. Even though I haven't found an appropriate video, maybe someone can recommend something nice. I will probably use a video that is about action items because it's related to checklists and goals, and so whoever attended my session yesterday on the personalized chatbot for creating checklists. So this is the type of vocabulary. And again, a reminder, disclaimer, this is for learners of English in higher education. So they are students. Some of them already have jobs, so they are in the middle of their career. Some of them don't. My job as a teacher is to teach them English, and we will be, first of all, diving into some vocabulary items. This is also very important for those of you who are not teaching English, but you're teaching in English to non-native speakers, right? You would also probably want to make sure that they understand the vocabulary of your discipline, of your lesson. So let's use this YouTube video link. The video is nice because she actually presents the difference between action items. It's like a buzzword but it can be like anything on a to-do list. So it's pretty long. It's 12 minutes. It's not going to be an easy watch for my elementary level students, but let's just go ahead and check if it does a nice job for us. So let's call this action items. What is an action item? This will be the name of the lesson. I was thinking to show you something from my technical English course, like a stress and strain, something that actually, you know, I learned physics and mechanical engineering when I teach English sometimes at the Technion, but yeah, let's go for something general that can be used across different disciplines. So what is an action item? Now, again, pay attention, you have choices here. I will demonstrate the use of URL. I will demonstrate how it works with YouTube because I think it's just really amazing. But if you have a text or an article that you teach in your course and you want a similar interactive lesson or course, like a module, you will just go and upload the file of your article or text, or you can also type and, you know, maybe just copy paste from somewhere and compile something on the go, right? So we're going to use a URL for this demonstration. I'll enter the link to YouTube and create a micro-learning. You see, they call it micro-learning. It's like an element in the scenario for all of us here, EPIC teachers, right? We use the scenarios, and the micro-learning are those little tasks that lead to some kind of scenario where also this is in the framework of task-oriented, action-oriented learning approach, right? Teaching approach and learning approach. Okay, so that's all you need to do. Sign up, enter the link to your YouTube video that you want to use, and hit create microlearning. We're going to wait. It does take some time. So the lesson is going to be called what's an action item. It identified the file type, a video. There are 3 steps. It's scrapping the information. It's probably what it does. It extracts the language from the YouTube. The video, I should have chosen something shorter, but never mind. So it's going to extract everything she says in the YouTube video and kind of type it. It's going to be also written for us in a script. And then AI will generate teaching session about it, right? It will extract keywords. It will extract kind of terms, some interesting vocabulary items. We can then go ahead and edit this information. We can go and choose the words that we want to focus on, right? So it took some time, but it actually is progressing 20%. You can also see the date when you created your lessons. Let's just see what we have on the side. You can make it favorite, and you can also go back to your previous lessons. So 40%, you see it's already here with the picture from YouTube. You can also see that you have like different videos. So all of my lessons are videos, but you can also create audio lessons. Like if your files it's a podcast, for example, right? So there is no video, but you can create a lesson based on podcasts, based on documents. Web, that's interesting. Probably something based on a website. We need to check. The free text is clear, right? It's let's go back to videos. Transcribing. Okay, so it finished the first step where it extracted information. Now it's transcribing, and we need to wait. So usually the whole process takes a few minutes, right? As we are waiting here, I'm gonna stop sharing because this is all we do. We just, copy pasted the link of YouTube and waiting for the results. So for us to have this practical experience, let's do this together now. I stopped sharing my screen. You can click on my link in the chat, click on this link, sign up or log in if you already have an account. If you already have an account, you probably already have a lesson generated in the past. Just go to that old lesson and do some editing, because this is the time for you to work. We're doing this productive morning AI hour. Now, if you don't have anything, remember you have that plus button. Choose the language, probably English. Think of a title. You can go back and change that, edit it later. So no worries if you don't know what to call it. And copy paste the link. So, okay, I see that someone already has a lesson.
Yes, I do.
Excellent. So in order to edit your lesson, your existing lesson, you will click on this editing
Okay.
icon. Go inside and you have access to all of the features of your micro learning module. And you can, edit the listening comprehension questions. You can edit you can choose different vocabulary items and create different flashcards yourself, right? So you're starting fine-tuning your teacher human touch, but essentially AI does all that for you. Okay, Davida says that at the Wharton Academic College, all of the teachers tried to prepare activities for the text, and they generated word lists, right? So
You want me to speak about it, Elena?
do you want to say a few words?
Yeah, we encountered Knowledge 1 year ago,
Mhm.
and we contact them, and we bought a pilot, and we were aiming to prepare materials for EPIC, English for academic purposes.
Mhm.
So the process was like that, generating text using ChatGPT, including words list according to the different levels. And
Mhm.
then we took those texts into Knowledge and made the activities. But we saw it was not very effective because there was a lot of editing needed, and we decided not to continue. I mean, because we have to pay for that. The credits you pay, I don't remember. I think we paid something like $2,000 for half a year, 6 months, and we had a lot of credits. We didn't use all of them. But then we revert to working in a different way because it was not good enough, and the editing is taking a lot of time. So you have to be very careful and check what is coming out, because they are getting better with time, but still you cannot just take what you got and put it in a learning environment. You have to go through, and it takes it takes a lot of time.
Right.
So you have to consider it is good to see and to
Yeah.
get to know it, but I'm
First
not
of all,
sure.
I wanted my network of people and teachers interested in AI just to learn that the tool exists. I have not used it myself for text. I know my colleagues have, and they were pleased because it's much better than starting from scratch. I know there are other tools now available. AI is developing really, really quickly. So what Knowledge did with the text for them, they were happy. It needed some fine tuning. Now, what I used Knowledge AI for was only videos, and it does an amazing job with YouTube videos. So
Yeah,
that's
because it gives
my
the transcripts. It gives
Yeah.
also the transcript,
It
which is
does.
very important.
It gives the transcript, it creates questions, it stops the video. It actually does the ad puzzle kind of experience and
Right.
more, because there are games, there are things, and I've never asked anyone and never encouraged anyone to pay for anything like that. And I'm just showing you that you have 5 free lessons to create, and I would probably go for at least one YouTube or more. And if you teach with an article and you don't have an interactively created lesson already in some environment, then this is a good place to start. And then yes, you will need some editing, but it's an amazing platform to experiment on a personal level. I don't think I would recommend an institution to purchase a license like you did. You're very proactive and taking innovation to the next level. So you're actually trying.
You have to try in order to know.
Yes. So let's
Elena, I have a question.
Yes, Michal.
Do we need to show the site to our, let's say I created the lesson. Do I need to ask the students to look at my screen and work with Knowledge AI? Let's say they have to sign in and work on the platform itself, or when I try to download it, it has an H5P version that I can download to Moodle. But other than that, I mean, do I need to ask them to log in and or sign up or sign in?
No. I think we can go later on. We still have enough time. We'll go to one of the lessons that is ready. There is a link that you can share with your students, and they will just work on the lesson. I would not, again, recommend this for any kind of formative assessment or somebody like any kind of assessment.
Just practice, let's say,
practice.
okay?
So you may probably want to have another quiz if you wanted a graded quiz based on the video, YouTube video lesson. Then you would probably have your quiz in your Moodle or your other apps, and you would use this as a preparation lesson. They will just get a link. They don't need to sign up.
How do you give them the link? I mean, do you give them the link to the video itself or?
Social media addiction, I have a lesson export package. You have a link somewhere right here. Copy link, share to web. Copy link, and when you open it somewhere, let's just copy and paste it here. It opens as, okay, it says data and yeah.
And then it says, let's start, okay.
Yeah.
So you can give it to your students and they can work on the, let's say the flashcards and
so this is for
okay.
This is for all of you who haven't seen the results. So that video is getting prepared, but I will show you one of the lessons that was already created with Knowledge. So essentially you can export it as a link and send it to your students. This is how they get in. Right, they get started. So let me just go back and show it to you again. They enter the link.
Okay, thank you.
And yes, excellent. And they click on Let's Start. You see, and then it's like an embedded. They start watching. There is a transcription at the bottom, which you can edit if there are mistakes. On the side, you have a course menu. So they have a glossary of all of the vocabulary items from the lesson. They have concept cards. So let me show you. The glossary would be interesting language that was extracted from the video with the explanation about it. So you could probably do some reading together before they watch. If you know that the level of your students, their English level is not sufficient to understand listening pretty quickly. The concept cards would be similar to Quizlets, but it's all done for you. You haven't even, had to work. So you have the concept cards with the description. You have a quiz, which is a true or false and multiple choice questions. You have 25 questions. You see, it's all open answer. You see all kinds of questions that it creates for you automatically. You know what I'm going to do? Kostas, I just saw you joined us. We have those YouTube recordings of our live sessions for impact student lessons. So we can actually copy paste the link here, and the interactive lesson will be ready for us, for the students to complete with all the, glossary cards and concept cards and the quiz ready. Isn't it?
This is, I'm sorry, I had another meeting at the same time. So thank you. Thank you for the question, because this was my next question. Can we integrate this tool into the Moodle?
Yes.
Or it's, okay, all right, excellent.
Yes.
Yeah, we will do it this. We will do for all of them.
Yeah, you see, there is a drag and drop with the word definition. So there are cards that were extracted from the video with the definition that AI created for you, flashcards. You have a summary of the whole lesson and session and whatever YouTube video, learn on the go. And there are more things that I didn't just choose to include here, but there are also games and stuff like that. So let me go back to the lesson.
I have a question.
Elena, yeah, I have a question too.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, this site, Knowledge, if we pay for it, can we borrow? Can we use other things? Is there a library there that we can export things that were already done? Is it a sharing library or not?
So again, I would not recommend paying for it. Like we just heard from Davida. First of all, you have 5 for free. Try this, and there are many other tools out there.
No, but for example, if I want to use how social media makes people miserable.
Do you want to use My Lesson? Is that your question? Like you want to access a library of the lessons that were created by other users?
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
Okay. That's a good question. I need to check. I'm not sure.
No, because now while we were speaking and I just put in a video that I'm creating. Now I'm not creating it. It was my idea, from a video that I found. So I'm willing to share it with others. Why shouldn't I? So I'm wondering if other people do that.
Well, you know, the sharing is free. You just give us the link to your lesson. We can probably do something like a joint collaborative on the AI playground, and whoever created an interesting lesson can share. I can put it on my website so everyone has access to all of the different lessons created in Knowledge.
That's what I meant. Unfortunately, I just found out about your wonderful AI playground. So I'm very excited that
Excellent. So you can follow their previous recordings, and then
absolutely. I of course I would share stuff.
Excellent. So we will all share, and we will have a joint library. So imagine now.
That's what I'm asking.
Excellent. Yeah.
Create a library. Why reinvent the wheel each time is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Samia, did you want to ask something?
Yes, I have.
You're muted. You muted yourself.
One second. Hi. Do we have control over the questions that we can ask in the?
Okay, so let me continue. Let me show you the demonstration up until the end, and then we will experiment together. So what has happened up until now? I put a link. The AI extracted the text from the YouTube. You see, we can go over the text, because if the quality of the sometimes we have auto-generated captions, right, by YouTube, and sometimes it just doesn't catch the language correctly. So I have another example here with the video about Israel. I had a lot of mistakes that I needed to fix in this transcript. So this is the place where you can fix the transcript for the YouTube to make sure the text is accurate. So you have, you see, it's also pretty long. So the video was 12 minutes, and I see that they allow up to 50,000 words, right? Or yeah, it's words, it's not characters, I believe, right? Words. So it means that we can have videos up to like 40 minutes long analyzed for us, which is nice. Okay, so the next thing, you see, you have manual mode. You have what is manual mode? I don't know. I don't want manual mode. I like AI mode. Continue. And it says that the document is going to be analyzed. A nice chance to edit transcription. So you see, this is the time when you actually have to go over the transcript, the text from the video, and see that everything is written correctly, because from this step, I will start working on the lesson. Okay, it will extract the keywords, it will extract the questions, comprehension questions. So we need to make sure that the text is accurate, and this is the time when you have to fix the text, and then you click continue when it's done. Let's see what happens next. It's going to take some time now analyzing the extracted text from the video, and the lesson is being created. So we are in step 2, analyzing the extracted text. This is much faster, you see, 60%. The voice to text, speech to text stage, the first stage was longer because it extracted the audio and made it into text. Now we are just analyzing text with AI, which is already, we know, just takes a few moments, and the lesson is going to be ready for us in no time. Those of you who are familiar with Nearpod, for example, I see a little bit of familiar. I don't know why this reminds me. Nearpod. I don't know why now that I'm thinking. We don't have slides in it, but somehow, yeah, no, it's just great for either preparing like a lesson module based on the article, or really integrating some videos, because I don't think that it makes much sense just to present a video to a student and then, you know, continue talking about it, especially in the language setting. It's always nice to make sure the students actually understood what's inside the video, and this is an excellent tool for that. The disadvantage here is that you cannot track students' responses, right? It's not something that you can accept as assessment. It's just for learning. This is something that Michal asked me also earlier, and it's important for everyone to understand. The questions will be there, the vocabulary will be there, lots of practice, lots of exercises. They can drag and drop, they can learn the words, they can answer the questions, they can get them right or wrong. It will not mean anything in terms of our grading. So this is an excellent preparation and practice with the video, like interactive video watching, but it's not assessment. So for the assessment, we would need to create another quiz on Moodle. It's ready. Let's see what it did. So now everything that has been generated inside the lesson can be customized. You can go into each and every subsection, and for the quiz, right, you can change the questions. You can go into the questions and edit them. You can go into customize. You see, you have this customize button. And there are many things that you can customize. Crossword, you can customize the number of words for the crosswords, a number of questions for the quiz, right? Up to 18, drag the word questions up to 21. A lot of things that you can customize. Let's watch the interactive video, because interactive video is in itself a masterpiece. I'm sorry, I'm just in love with this tool, so I can't. I'm not neutral here.
What are our action items from today's meeting? Do you have any action items from the call with the CEO? Did you take action on all the items we discussed with a prospect? These kinds of phrases come out all the time in day-to-day conversations.
Hold on, there was something at the beginning that happened, but my screen was too large, so now you can see this. There are two things that were added to the video by the AI, by Knowledge. First of all, when you click on the word action items, it explains what it is. It just created like a card with the explanation of the term. What is a meeting? I wonder. A gathering of people for a speaking purpose, such as sharing information, blah, blah, blah. You see all of these little white dots as the video goes on. This is these different interactive elements that have been added either as glossary or a question. There are also some questions as we will watch. Let's see an example. So there is a definition of task and discussion. Nice. Let's go into the next white expectation. Okay, probably this is the question. This is a large dot. Test your knowledge. Test your knowledge. Let's see. So let's imagine students have watched this 5 minutes of the video. Now let's see that they understood what she was speaking about. What are the 3 pieces of information needed for a complete action item? Where, when, and why? Who, when, and why? What? Who? Okay, we haven't watched, so this is actually for us a good question to think about, right? What do you think? What should I choose? Because we haven't watched the video. I mean, I watched, but I already forgot. It was a long time ago. For a complete action item, what is the most important 3 pieces of information for an action item to be an action item? Any ideas, participants?
Who, what, and when?
Who, what, and when? Let's check. Yeah, and there is another question. Action items are just a fancy term for brainstorming ideas. Is it true or false?
False.
False. Yes, I agree. Wow, we are being quizzed here, but by the AI. We didn't produce those questions, but they are pretty nice, aren't they? Especially if we actually have this video when we watched it, and now we can interact with what we've just heard and make sure that we understood everything. We can also hear the question read for us, I guess. What is it? There is a kind of sound. I don't know, it's supposed to speak, no? I don't know. I thought it was going to read the question for me for you know, listening accommodation students. So there are many different features for interactive video watching. Then we have this was just first step, right? Interactive video. We have a quiz here now. Based on the video, we have a graded quiz.
Lena, quick question.
Yes.
Do they have to, the student watches and then something pops up? He pauses the video, or if the video continues, this question, this resource appears, how does it work?
With Add Puzzle, I know the video pauses and you cannot continue until you answer the questions. Here, let's see. I guess with the terms, let's just test together. With the, I'm gonna again make it smaller so we see everything.
What are our action items?
Let's see something here.
By expectations for next steps and make it really clear what action is going to.
So you see, she continues speaking, but we got that term popped up. So the student who wants to see what the expectation means, then they will click and see and then continue.
To happen based on the discussion you
so
just
once
had.
you click, it stops. You see, it pauses the video if you click, because And it makes sense because if you click on it, you want to read it, and you cannot read and continue listening carefully, right? So if you
Yes.
decide to click, it will pause, and then you close, and it will resume, right? It will probably continue. It's supposed to continue. What about the quiz, though? This is a good question, whether it's going to just...
when your expectation of learn was that they would watch one YouTube video. Clarifying that is going to help you out later on.
Okay, so it pauses and it prompts you to test your knowledge.
Great.
Do you have to do it? Let's see if you have to do it.
Third mistake I see with action.
You don't have to do it. You can skip that test knowledge and just continue watching. But it actually pauses, and you get this as a prompt to test your knowledge in the middle. And by the way, you have two test knowledge sections here in this particular video generated. I think you can also customize the amount of these mini quizzes within the video. So here we got two in the middle and at the end. So we
Elena,
have, yes?
Elena, can
Yeah?
you customize the level of the language?
In a YouTube video or in the question?
No, in the questions.
In the questions. I think you would need to do some editing if you don't like the level. I didn't see any customization for that. So we would probably just need to go in and edit this manually. That's what Davida mentioned at the beginning. There is a lot of work involved if you want to really customize it to different levels across all the APIC, English A1 level and so on.
Another option might be to actually take the transcript and rephrase it in some other generative AI with a setting of your preference. Basically, that.
Interesting comment, Nicola.
Maybe you would put it maybe put the text in Chat GPT and ask them to make it easier.
You could do that for
then it wouldn't be the same as it wouldn't be the text of the
Exactly. If you're working with listening and you want the students to understand what's being said, you cannot really alter the transcript much. You would just
how about the possibility of putting it in the native language, putting words in their native language?
Here, this one does not support lots of languages. It just supports English and maybe some other languages, but the video needs to be in that language. So if you want a lesson in French, you can just find a YouTube video in French and generate this for French. For German. With the different levels, the tool is functional for written text, for PDF files. So you could upload just a short paragraph, A1 level paragraph, and create a lesson like this for that level, if that makes sense. But for videos, I think we need to stick to the original. So moving on, there is a graded quiz. I don't know, I think it's new because with a quiz without immediate feedback, okay, it means that students will not know if their answers are correct or not right away. Get your grade at the end. Perfect for student assessment, perfect for Google Classroom. So those of us who use Google Classroom, I do sometimes, especially for my own professional development courses. So if you wanted a kind of graded assessment, you can link it to your Google Classroom. The student will answer the questions. You see, you have 18 questions to answer. There will be no immediate feedback, and then the grade will be generated at the end and imported into the Google Classroom. Pretty neat, pretty nice. I like this. Transcription. What would I need transcription here? Maybe, you know what I do as an English teacher, I have actually used lots of YouTube videos for teaching the language and the reading. So I would sometimes use the transcript as a reading text, and we would then read it together and actually, do the reading comprehension even before maybe listening comprehension. So you can switch those steps. Glossary. Now, these are all of the terms that were selected by AI from the transcript and added to the interactive video. So you do have a full list of all of the terms that were put in the glossary. Pretty neat. Summary. It summarized all of the video, the 12-minute video, in a very nice abstract key points.
Elena, notice that you have at the top, you have customized, so you can...
Yeah, that's another customization. You can actually decide that instead of questions in the middle and questions in the end and only 3 interactive video questions, I want 8. And then I would have to click regenerate and create like a new version of the whole thing with more questions within video, with more or less concept cards and whatever, right? You can actually increase the number of everything, do the maximum number, regenerate, and then maybe delete the thing that you didn't like, right? Beautiful. Let's look at the crossword and flashcards and drag the word, concept card. There is additional content. Teacher materials, crossword, find the word. Find the word is the game where students have to just like, you know, vocabulary game, agenda, find all the words. Crossword, lovely. All AI generated like in few seconds, isn't it amazing? What about teaching materials? So for teaching materials, higher order questions, project-based learning ideas. We're excited to provide you with a list of activities ideas. So in addition to what we all got, we have some like AI generated teaching ideas. Drag the word is a person responsible for capturing, documenting action items or tasks during a meeting or discussion. Who is this person? Where is the word? Action grabber? Or, okay. It's probably an action grabber, right? I don't know, let's see. How do I know if I'm right or wrong? Check. Yes, I'm right. Wonderful. Flashcards for students, very similar to Quizlet. Yes, Quizlet. So that's it basically. I showed you already some of the lessons that I created earlier. They're very similar. So we have flashcards, we have concept cards. What's the difference? Concept cards would have 21 concepts from the glossary, I believe, right? With a longer definition. And flashcards, how many? 15. Not sure what the difference is, but I know that they are all used in the drag and drop exercise, vocabulary exercise, which is what we need as language teachers. Now let's use it with the students. How do we do it? We click on export package. We have a few options here. We can export it to Google Classroom for those of you who are familiar with the add-on on Google. But we can also, you see, you have Moodle, Blackboard, Canvas integration. You can also export it as HTML. You can simply share it to web, right? So when we create those lessons and share for our playground, AI playground community, we will just copy link and put it on the shared, you know, board where we can access each other's lessons like this, and then, you know, send it to them to our students. So this would be the way to do it. If you have, if you use embedded lessons, you can actually embed the code in Moodle. You know, you go to label, go into Moodle content, and you can embed this code, and then it will appear as part of your Moodle page pretty nicely. Okay, you can also embed it as H5P download, and then you will upload an H5P activity. And for those of you who have a Moodle synchronized with H5P, where H5, I don't know if they already improved that feature. They were working on the way to extract the grades from H5P and add it to the Moodle grades. So that would allow us to actually track students' performance in this environment. But for now, you know, not everything has to be assessed with accurate grades. We can just allow our students to access this link. Let's see that it works. And do the lesson. So why is it drag the word? Maybe because I'm inside this particular.
Helena.
Yes.
I would say that this tool is an excellent tool for the asynchronous part of a flipped classroom approach. Because you can prepare everything, you know, everything, you know, in the pre-classroom activities, you don't need, you know, any evaluation. Then you can have your synchronous meeting with the students, and then you can transfer them to the Moodle to make the final assessment with grading. I think that, you know, as it appears right now, as you present it, this is an excellent tool for the asynchronous part of flipped classroom approach.
Yes, I agree. I really like the way it works with videos. I don't know if also if you have an article for an asynchronous part of the course, right? And you want the students to read the article and do something with the article. So in addition to just some comprehension questions, which all of us, have to create for our articles, the tools is so rich in the way that it provides the glossary, the games, the drag the word, the vocabulary enrichment. So this is the real beauty of it, but the videos is wow, right? If you have a recorded session where a lecturer in a fully classroom, right, records the short lesson, introduction or whatever content, right? Again, a reminder, pedagogical reminder, the best flipped class or online courses that I've taken all over the world in different universities, they all have this flipped classroom approach videos, but the videos are really short. Some of the videos are like 3 minutes. Some of the videos are 5 minutes. Like there are no videos that are longer than 7-9 minutes. Like this would be the very long video of 9 minutes, but you have a series of those very short videos, right? And this is a great format to actually put a video with a little questions inside for interactive watching. So in order to share the whole thing and not just one particular, so what happened earlier, I was in the middle of the drag and drop exercise and I shared that particular exercise. This is apparently also something that you can do. You can put it as a embedded activity in your Moodle or elsewhere. But if you want to share the entire course, like all-in-one course, which means that the students will click on the button, let's start, and they will go through all of the stages, then you will have to be here, right? You, instead of like being an interactive video, just click on all-in-one course and then export package. Copy link, and I think this time we will access the whole course. Let's check. Yes, let's start. And we get the video. We can click on the course here on the side and see the glossary, concept cards, quiz, drag the word, flashcards, and see the summary. So this would be the, and when the students move from one, they get to the final page of this course, you will see they will see their own results, the score they got inside the interactive video, and the score they got on the quiz, drag the word, and completion of this unit. Pretty amazing. It's very, very easy to create. I don't know. I'm definitely creating just one for each of my courses and testing it with the students. Do you have any questions? Have you started working with this now? I see that someone said that they had a problem with the site. Incredible. I know, I agree. This is incredible. Can you edit the questions on the video before you show it? Yes. So someone asked, someone answered. Great. Let's see how we do that. I saw the question in the chat. So let me share my screen again and see how we edit the questions inside this platform. In the meantime, let me repeat what we started with at the beginning, where I kindly asked you to not to forget to fill out the feedback form that I shared with you. I see that you kindly shared the links to our WhatsApp groups and everything, but there is also this feedback form that I emailed you and I asked you to fill out. It's really no more than 2-3 minutes. You can also stay anonymous, and you don't have to share your affiliation or anything, but please add comments at the end, and especially suggestions for improvement. Now back to how we edit the questions. So let's just do this together before we have to finish. So how do we edit these things together? Let's see, interactive video. So how do I edit questions inside the video? Let's see, how do I do this? Right, to use, is it in customize, concept cards? No, this is just the number of questions.
I think you need to go back to the edit part, what you told me.
Inside the editing, it's not the lesson itself, it's in the platform where I can edit. I know that I can edit the quiz questions here, for example. How do I do this? Let's see. Can I? No. So what is the what am I missing? There is some kind of button I need to click because I have to be able to edit it somewhere. Let's see, transcript, all in one course. Word. Edit. So let's go, maybe let's leave and then let's go out. I know. Yeah, you're right. I didn't click on the edit. I actually entered the lesson and I was viewing what's inside. So now that I want to change something, I have to click on review again.
Where's review? Oh,
It's the icon, the pencil icon, like the edit icon. And it disappeared. It disappeared. I clicked on it and it disappeared to review. Okay. I know what happened. I switched it to the mode from ready to editable mode. Now it can be edited. Before it was kind of ready for sharing, so you cannot change questions when the link has been shared, and it's ready for practicing, for viewing. Now, if I want to go back and edit the questions, I need to click on this icon, review, and now I can go back and review the questions, change the questions, and change the content. Now it works. Excellent. So inside the concept, for example, that if I don't want to use any of the concepts, I can just remove them. You see, glossary. Let's see, glossary. Information. The glossary is an activity that contains a list of key concepts and definitions. Concept cards are the type of flashcards that focus the essential concept present in the text. Gaming. Okay, so questions. Let's go to questions. All of the questions. You see, you can just edit any one of these questions. So these are the questions that were added to the video. And yes, they are customizable. You can change the content of the questions. You can also remove it. Remove the questions if you don't like them. So these are the questions within the video. You see?
I just like click on the V to delete it.
Okay, how to delete it? When you go to this, right? You can. Yeah, you can just remove it, I guess.
Okay.
Elena, I have to jump to another meeting. Thank you, and send me, the usual stuff. Send me later the usual stuff.
Okay, so we figured out how to change things, how to edit things. Just click on the editing and you can customize the wording inside. I would like to wish all my colleagues from abroad a very happy holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, because I will see many of you already in January in 2024. Thank you so much for being here and have a great day. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. We'll be in touch. I'll send
Bye,
you.
Elena.
Thank you so much. It was amazing as usual.
Thank you.
Bye.
This was incredible.
Eric,
Incredible.
Eric, I will reply to you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye, Kostas. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everyone abroad.